I think I have a perfectionism problem. Um, this is going to be a very different video, because I want to try to force myself to do something low quality on purpose, because my brain is just cannot comprehend not putting the maximum amount of effort into literally everything ever. And this has been a problem for me for a while, and it's the reason why every single video has been taking more and more time. See, right there, I think my voice just cracked there, right? Normally, I would have stopped the recording, tried again. Anytime, the biggest reason why some of my videos take so long is the recording. The recording process is hell. See, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm still pretty good at English, I think, but, you know, some things are hard to pronounce. And I really get stuck over, like, pronouncing words wrong. And so I will usually do between 5 and 12 takes of a sentence, and then I have to go back and re-listen to all of them, and then pick my favorite one, and then sometimes 2 or 3 of them sound just fine, but I still have to pick the best one within those 3, and it's hard, because, like, well, what if the other one's slightly better, right? Sometimes I'll even, like, I'll splice together takes that sound good. Maybe like the start of a take sounds good, but the end sounds bad, and then another take, the start sounds bad, but the end sounds good, then I'll just splice them together, so just like one big thing that sounds good. And usually I'm pretty good at hiding those splices, so it feels natural and not edited. Or so I think. And I have a big problem with audio. Right, like, bad audio bothers me a lot. You know when you say an S sound, sometimes the microphone's gonna pick it up, it'll be like a very, very high-pitched hissing, and I hate that so much. It annoys me to no end, and when I hate it when I'm watching a video, and just every single time they say an S sound, it's just this high-pitched hiss that just pokes your ear like a needle. I hate it. It's really easy to fix too. In Audacity, I just have a plugin that I just select the part that's hissing, I just apply the filter, and bam, it's fixed. I still have to do that for every single time, you know, the hissing thing happens, but it's not hard to fix. And so it bothers me when people don't do that, because are you, like, does it not bother you? Does it not annoy you that every time you say an S sound, it physically hurts? You know, when you are listening with headphones. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just have sensitive ears, maybe. I don't know. But it's the kind of thing that makes my audio recording process take so long. There's so many takes, and then I edit all my sounds, remove hissing, and I remove mouth noises too. I hate mouth noises. It grosses me out so much. I don't like it. I don't know, I'm weird, but mouth noises, saliva noises, grosses me out. I cannot handle it. And so I have another plugin in Audacity that helps me remove those noises, and I use that one a lot. There's also clicking sounds. Sometimes your mouth just does a very loud click, and it hurts. It's just like a spike in volume. It's annoying, it hurts, and I try to remove all of those. Man, my fan is getting really louder. I'm recording in a little recording booth away from my computer, but I decided to not do that. I'm gonna force myself to do something low quality. I did put my microphone on some, like, padding, so that the vibration of the computer makes it a little less bad. But the fan is getting louder. Hopefully it's not too annoying. I'll at least run some background noise removal, which, you know, I always do. Usually I remove the background noise, but not completely, because if you remove the background noise completely, if you apply the effect too hard, then it affects your voice and it sounds low quality. So I only use the background removal plugin to just remove most of it, but still keep a little bit. And what's left, I use a noise gate filter to remove anytime I'm not talking, to remove any, background noise. There's still going to be some background noise while I'm talking, but since I'm talking over it, it's not really, audible, and so it's not an issue. There's also a lot more echo not in my recording booth, huh? Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I want to try to use this second channel to make low-quality videos that I can just do quickly and just rewire my brain to just not make everything super high quality and perfect. I need to train myself to stop trying to make everything perfect, because that's why every video is taking so long. Now there's the next video, the main channel video is taking a while because I'm kind of working on like 2 games, and that's a whole thing. More news is gonna come out of that soon. I will reveal that soon. But back to perfectionism. One example, I started making like a little manga thingy a while back, trying to make my own little comic, as everybody does. And it was gonna be, the idea was that it was gonna be bad at the start, right? My art skills are kinda and so the idea is that as the story went on, you would see my art style evolve and get better over time. And so the first page, I think I made in like a couple of minutes. But the problem is that with, each new page, I was trying to improve, and so I was trying to make each page better than the last. But that just made it so that each page just took longer and longer and longer, like exponentially. And by the time like the last page I finished, it took like multiple days, over the course of several days, if not weeks. And it was just not manageable anymore. It was not fun anymore because my expectations were just too high and caught up with my skill level. And it was not fun anymore because it was taking forever to make something that was supposed to be low quality on purpose so that I could do it quickly. Anyway, yeah. I want to try to make quick videos, maybe, hopefully. I have a few ideas, maybe. From time to time, to force myself to make something low quality, so that I don't have to always be maximum quality over time, not always. And I'm sure it's probably not gonna work, honestly. Each of these second channel videos are probably just gonna get higher and higher quality until until it's too much work anymore. Anyway, could you tell that this was unscripted? I usually, all of my videos are scripted. I never record anything unscripted. I had a couple ideas. I was, reciting sentences in my head in advance, actually. So it was kind of like soft scripted. But I am not good at talking off script. Since, like I said earlier, English is not my first language, and so I need to recite the sentences in advance to get an idea of how I'm gonna say it, how I'm gonna pronounce everything, so that I can record it and it could sound good and it could sound like a convincingly English. And what's funny is that I'll watch a video by somebody who's also obviously not, an English person, and they will obviously mispronounce a lot of words, which is understandable. But I'm just left wondering, does it not bother them that some people might not be able to understand them at all? Because I'm worried about that. I'm worried that I'm very, very worried that someone might not understand what I'm saying. And so what often ends up happening is that I overpronounce words, sometimes to a point where it sounds unnatural. And so sometimes I need to remind myself, no, it's fine. You don't have to pronounce every word. You don't have to pronounce every syllable exactly. That's not how people speak. But a lot of, you will shorten words. You'll often glue words together, and when you hear it, you understand it. You get it, right? Like here, I just said right? But I didn't pronounce the R. Go back and listen to it again. I said right? I can't stop saying right. You know what I'm saying, right? I did not... That's like a W more than anything. I said right. And if this was a normal video, I would have re-recorded it and be like, no, I should say right, with an R. And yeah, recording sucks. It takes forever because I am stupid and I pay way too close attention to the smallest things to a point where it probably can sound unnatural because that's not how people speak. And time again, I'll record something and then I'll pass it on to my friend. I'll make him listen to it and be like, can you really understand what I'm saying? Are you sure that you're understanding what I'm saying? And they'll be like, yep, no, I get it. You said that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, but like you can tell, right, that I kind of skipped over that syllable, right? I didn't pronounce that syllable like at all. And they're like, yeah, but I still understood that perfectly. I know exactly what you said. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't pronounce the syllable right. And it bothers me so much. I have a problem. I have a problem. Everything takes so long. Yeah. I've also been, I don't know, kind of scared of recording like the next video of or working out on just making any videos at all. I want to make shorts for like the game I'm working on right now. I really want to start making some YouTube shorts about it. Get some people interested about the game, get some people to like know about it before I drop like a trailer or something. But my, dumbass, shorts, YouTube shorts are meant to be made quickly. You're meant to make them in like a day and post them, and you make one of them every week or every other day or whatever. But I cannot do that. I cannot allow myself to make low quality slop churned out quickly. Like I physically, it's not just a moral thing. I'm not taking a moral high ground or anything. It physically hurts me to release something to the public that I think is not perfect. You know how a lot of, YouTube Shorts creator will put mistakes on purpose to, farm engagement, engagement bait. This angers me so much. Not just because it's, it's scummy engagement bait just to get, numbers up. No, I get it, right? You have to make money. It's the internet. No, it bothers me because does it not bother you? You, the creator of the short that intentionally put a mistake there on purpose. Does it not bother you that you made something with a mistake in it? Not just morally does it not bother you that you did something just to manipulate people to comment on your video. No, does it, like, really? You're just gonna let a mistake, you're just gonna make a mistake on purpose? That doesn't bother you? No? Really? Sure, okay, you do you, but I cannot. I physically cannot do that. If I see a typo, I have to go back and fix it. Even though, like, the way I do things, where I'll have text and then I'll draw it manually, like, 3 times. So I have like 3 frames of the text to do the wobbly animation. I draw that by hand, by the way. Every single time you see those wobbly text in my videos, I type out the text, and then I draw with a drawing tablet over each one of those letters, 1 letter at a time, 3 times each. And I try to make it look random. I try to not go over the same line twice in a row. I try to always make it look wobbly. And, you know, that takes time, and that's honestly kind of annoying to do. But, I don't know, I do it anyway. And if I see a typo, if I make a typo in one of those, I go back and change it. I don't care. I will fix it. I will go back and fix it. My video can be 100% finished. I will see a mistake while rewatching it, and I'm just, nope, no, I'm just gonna fix that real quick, and then I'll post it. And, you know, another reason why these things take so goddamn long. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough. I'm now going to stop the recording. I'm going to go into Audacity. I'm not gonna put any filters. Probably a little bit of background noise removal because the fan is getting louder and louder. Because, you know, I have a laptop, a gaming laptop, and of course, you know, the fan is stupid loud. And I'll cut out a couple of the moments where I'm just, you know, whenever I took some time to drink or think, I'll just cut that out and I just very, very quickly edit something in, like, less than an hour. Before the day is over, I want this video out, okay? You hear that, me? I want this video out. Just do it quickly. I don't care. I don't care about the quality. Just do it. Stop being such a perfectionist. Isn't a perfectionist. Actually, no, one more thing. I kind of hate and like saying that I'm a perfectionist. It's kind of like a cheap flaw to have, right? Like, oh, look at me, my biggest flaw is that I'm too perfect, right? Like, oh, like, is that really a flaw? Like, I feel, you know, whenever, like, a job interview or whatever, and it's like, what's your biggest flaw? Like, perfectionism is such a cop-out answer, because it's, like, kind of a positive thing. Like, oh, my biggest flaw is that I make sure everything is done perfectly. Like, wow, what a flaw. Wow, it's, you know? So I kind of hate admitting it, or I kind of hate saying that it's a flaw. You know, I don't know.